What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. We have a lot of work to do to this C10. I have this stack of cash in my hand right now, which we are going to be putting in your order this weekend only. So Friday through Sunday, it is cash and orders weekend on MotionAutoTv.com. We also have a lot of new designs on the website. So we have the MotionAuto Race C10 shirt, MotionAuto Performance tee. That's actually one of my favorites. I love the colors. No replacement for displacement. That couldn't be any more true, especially when you add one of these turbos on it. We have a Patriot Mustang tee. Every single order gets cash. So this guy right here, he got some detail products and a key tag and a sticker. What we're gonna do, give him a cool 50 right there. This guy got a hat and a carbon fiber wallet. He gets a $100 bill to put in that wallet. This guy got a no replacement for displacement tee. We're gonna throw a cool 10 in there, and you guys can get cash in your order too. Like I said, every single order gets cash in it. MotionAutoTv.com, link in the description. Let's get it on with today's video.
We make the streams.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. We have a lot of stuff to do here at the shop. One of the main things that we need to do is we need to get this C10 right here in paint. And in order to do so, we need to get the paint booth ready to rip. We're basically aligning the door, right Sean?
Trying to get them square so they open and close like they're supposed to. Basically, you went and got these concrete anchors.
They're like 3/8.
Yeah, so you pat them down in the ground, and then basically as you tighten them, it pulls up the stud and spreads out this collar and sticks it in the concrete. So
yep. So that is how we're going to be attaching the paint booth to the concrete. Obviously with these doors right here, you know, it's kind of like framing a house. I mean, they have to be square, they have to be nice. So that was kind of one of the deals that we had before, and actually why it was rubbing right here on the ground, you can see that. But now that we have it kind of shimmed up a little bit over there, we have everything adjusted a little bit better. Now it opens and closes just fine. And then as you can see, we got the R32 in there, patiently awaiting its moment. Oh,
you have to latch them. So you have to like get the doors exactly, there you go.
Oh, beautiful. The other thing that we need to do is we have the exhaust vent, which this right here isn't the right size. This is actually 18. I was gonna see if I can make it work. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to make it happen yet, but we have these exhaust flaps, warehouse vent flaps that essentially go out the side of the building. So now over here on the C10, Sean is gonna go ahead and remove the windshield. These are the ones that you pretty much just rope in, right? Have you ever done one of these before?
I don't think so.
Essentially you just go ahead and give this thing the cut, and then this thing peels off this section right here. Oh my goodness, there it is. Look at that. And then it just pushes out. So I guess this thing used to be yellow.
Yeah, there's a few.
Fuel tank out, and then we have to do the rear window too. So it's kind of interesting. I feel like all the people think that we're gonna give away like a primered truck. Like this thing is gonna be like, not like to the, like a show car level, but like if you went to like a local like car meet or like a Cars and Coffee or like a Sunday meetup where like dudes with C10s would show up, like this would be like a nice restored C10, and that's pretty much what it's gonna be. We're still trying to figure out what color we're gonna paint it. I did pick up some white latex paint for the paint booth today. Maybe we could just use that.
Pick up some white latex paint for this too?
Yeah. We do need to clean up the firewall. I don't think we're gonna go too crazy in the engine bay, because I feel like it's a really slippery slope, and we are running out of time. It's the 20th as of the day that I'm filming this video, and the giveaway ends on the 31st, and this thing's not even painted yet. I don't know what we're doing, but booth is all set up now. We just got to paint the inside, which you guys probably seen that in another video, or we'll see that in another video, but I'm stoked to get to use that thing. Josh is at his house doing the work on the front inner fenders, or maybe he already got those done. John's getting the windshield out, and then we're gonna start prepping the interior for some stuff. This is breakfast over here at the shop. We have a little Black & Decker toaster oven with like a air fry mode on it. We just pour a round of tots on there. $1 in tots, 30 cents in ketchup. We're doing good. Have you ever tried to go eat breakfast anywhere? It's like 10 bucks for the cheap thing.
Not bad though.
Yeah, but then you add something else to it, and you get a coffee and then a tip, and then it's 20 bucks for one person.
Yeah, but like,
who cares about 20 bucks?
Who cares about 20 bucks, exactly. Especially when you have none.
Tell everything you look at is 20 bucks.
Yeah.
When you're broke, you kind of don't care about money, because it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
As soon as I like sell a truck or like I sell something and I like actually have a little bit of money, I'm like, oh no, I don't
want to touch it.
$10 for this thing, or you'll go out and eat and you'll get like water instead.
But when you're broke,
when you don't,
you don't have any money, so it doesn't even matter anyways. So
Yeah.
you just buy whatever.
Yeah.
I spend more money when I'm broke than I do when I have money. Yeah.
Sean is over here getting ready to pull out the tank. Sean, what do you think?
Yeah, where'd my razor blades go?
Your razor blades, buddy. We're gonna actually patch this thing because we're getting a fuel cell, not a fuel cell, but a underbed fuel tank where it will essentially just mount right here. So that actually should be delivered today. And then we have the other stuff, the gauges, which those things are gonna be getting delivered within the next day or so as well. Gonna be getting rid of all like the coolant temperature, the oil pressure, the RPM. We're gonna get rid of all that stuff and actually just put some nice gauges in it. That way it looks a little bit more modern and not like somebody threw this together in their garage after drinking probably about 10 beers or something like that. Because that's kind of what it looks like.
I'm working on this C10 right now. The dash and the gauges in this C10 right now. I just want to feel something. I don't really care if it hurts. Got some new gauges coming, some more. I think they're digital. Actually, I'm not sure. Trevor bought them, but a new gauge cluster that basically encompasses all of this stuff that we have here. So we're gonna clean it up, make a nice, sleek, modern look to it. So we're getting rid of this stuff.
All right guys, we just got a delivery of some parts for the C10, which these are things that we really needed. That's actually one of the things that we need the most is the fleet side, short bed, bedside.
That looks like a bedside. Oh yeah, bedside.
Not bad, huh?
Yep.
Not too bad. Should we just take it that way or try just right here? Let's lay it down on this side, the other side. I'd kind of like to open it up just to see, because that corner looked kind of boogered. Need to give these the look-see. Yeah, see, this was the corner in question right there.
Drop it.
So these things are gonna help us out immensely with this quick little restoration. Honestly, like we could have bodyworked that. We could have bodyworked the other bed that we had outside. Did we even show them the other bed? I don't think we showed. So we had I bought a new bed for this thing because this one was pretty trashed. You guys wanna look at the other bed? Well, we showed them this one, right? Not bad right here.
Side, yeah.
This is actually the good side. Come look at this other side. So
there's a crease back here.
Pretty big stuff. A little bit of like pinched rust. It's kind of floppy. Not good beds. Brand new, literally brand new bedsides. And the cool thing about these things, you just unbolt. Bam, 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 bam. Unbolt it. I even got new hardware for it. We got new tail lights. We got all kinds of stuff. We're gonna redo the bed, or we're gonna redo the floor in here. We'll show you guys the bed outside. Look at this other bed. We were gonna put this one on it and we decided it was gonna be too much work. So about 6 months ago on Facebook Marketplace, I bought this. Facebook Marketplace find, 1,100 bucks, which was pretty much what I paid for those brand new bedsides, so I don't know why I even did this. But it has a little bit of filler work already done to it right here. Kind of has like some weird creases and some other stuff. It does have a tailgate and a front header panel and some other stuff that I thought that I was gonna need. We just didn't have time. It was gonna be one of those things with the deadline that we did to ourselves. It just wasn't gonna work. So brand new bedsides is the way to go. Pretty much no body work to them, bolt them together, scuff them, paint them, we're good to go. So now, we're gonna go look at the fenders, make sure that those aren't all messed up. And once we get the fenders on, we're gonna mount the doors, we're gonna mount the fenders, then we're gonna make sure that all the gaps and stuff like right here, that way if we need to do any body work or add anything or take anything away from it, anything on the cab, we'll be able to do all that filler work on it. Then we're gonna primer the doors and the cab, and then the fenders we're probably not even gonna have to touch, unless we have to touch them a little bit, and in which case we'll prime them too. Look at that. These ones,
Oh, they're gloss primer.
buddy, this one's not even damaged. Oh, that means we put it on, set it, and forget it. So there's a video that this company that makes this stuff, they have on their channel where they pulled in a whole C10 and then they put all brand new parts on it, and the only thing that was left was the cab. How's this one? All right, second one, how is it? How's it look?
Looks great.
I like the shiny primer. because then you could just see if it's damaged already.
So they just stamp these things out and then...
Yeah, stamp them and sell them.
Yeah, that is good.
There's a couple little things on the end right here where you can see like the tooling. It's kind of like a hammer. You know, like on the end of the hammer, it gets like divots.
You're supposed to bodywork.
There's a little bit of stuff right there, but honestly with just primer, that'll fill in right there. On this C10 build, we have a lot of things to do in a very short amount of time, and Josh pretty much got it all done.
Getting there.
He basically just tore apart this whole thing for the past like 2 or 3 days. So we've done a little bit of body work, or he's done some body work to the back of the cab. I think, what do you think happened over here?
I would assume it got rear-ended at some point.
There's like a little kind of patch right here where somebody did some previous filler. Some of the stuff was kind of cracking right here, and basically just grinded it all out, put some new back in there. So the back of the cab is all straight and looking nice. And right up here at the top, there's actually, how much filler was there?
1/4 inch.
Which isn't like terrible, but you can see there's definitely some kind of low spots right here. So what he's gonna actually do is bring his little shrinker thing over here and actually do a little bit of metal work on this. So that way we have maybe like an 1/8 inch of body filler instead of a 1/4. Less than that?
Less.
Gonna make this thing, get it all nice and you know, get all the metal stuff figured out. We are going to be completely removing this fuel tank right here and welding in a little patch. What do you think about that fuel system?
I don't like it in the cab.
Well, did you see the putty?
Oh yeah, that's
I
pretty.
mean, Josh pulled out the seat in this thing, but check this out. So we have AN line, this aluminum tube coming up to right here with just some putty. So this guy, like, I don't know, he was pretty good with like the engine stuff. You know, I think he actually had somebody do most of that stuff. He just put it in there. That's pretty ridiculous, this whole fuel system. And then we were wondering why, took it to the track, why it was like running out of fuel. You know, when it would get below right here on the fuel, which, you know, big block Chevy, it uses a decent amount of fuel. This suction tube only goes to like right here. So as soon as you go around a corner or whatever, it was like just sloshing.
Pretty sure that kickdown doesn't work.
The kickdown? Oh, is this the...
That's the kickdown.
Oh yeah. So that's if you go wide open throttle on the carburetor. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much manual valve body is how he has it set up. It would have been nice to have kickdown at least, because then you could, it would not be. That leads us to these guys right here. So these are the front apron panels. I guess, what'd you say, all the reproduction ones kind of suck?
Most reproduction stuff ain't great.
Yeah, but it's like super thin. These OEM ones are actually not in bad shape. All the way back here, there's really no rust on them at all. The only issue is one of the really common places where these things rust is right up here at the front. So Josh is actually gonna take these to his house over the rest of the weekend, cut those things out, weld some new stuff in them, and trying to get him a tripod so he could just use his iPhone, do some time-lapse stuff. I know a lot of you guys were wanting to see a little bit more of the metalwork side of things, and I kind of like to see how he does that too. But yeah, both of them were like that, but it'll just be nice to get all this stuff replaced with metal. And then we'll just go back in, paint this stuff. We're gonna be sanding the inside of the cab, doing the body filler on the top. We got a lot of things to do, but a very short amount of time. Josh, are you excited?
No.
Not really, but
We had more than 2 weeks.
yeah, 2 weeks it would be cool. But this thing used to be yellow. I guess it was school bus yellow. Initially it was this like champagne color, and then it was orange, and then it was yellow, and then it was black eventually. Yeah, we got a lot of things to do, so let's get to work.
So we have the bed propped up on the lift here. So basically what I've been doing for the last hour is kind of taking out a whole bunch of nuts and bolts, rusty and dirty nuts and bolts. So while you're laying under there, it's not a lot of fun getting dirt and stuff in your eyes. But anyways, I have all the bolts out for this bedside. So basically we're gonna pull out this bedside, that bedside. This header panel will basically just have the actual floor of the bed left to pull all the wood and stuff out, because we're gonna refinish that. So we're gonna go ahead and pull off this left bedside right now. They got a bed for you to sleep in while you're here. Right here. 6-foot bed that never has to be made, buddy.
All right, guys, so we just got a new delivery today. Check this out. This is a underbed fuel cell. So with those trucks, you've seen us remove the behind the seat fuel cell, which kind of doesn't give you a whole lot of room. You can't really scoot the seat very far back. You're kind of hunched up on the steering wheel, and you always have that smell of gasoline fumes in the cab, which isn't really cool. So a really common upgrade for the C10s is you put the fuel cell underneath the bed, and then you put basically the filler neck kind of in a hole through the bed with like a little flat top thing. That's kind of the way to do it. So I ordered this a couple days ago, showed up today. Now that we have the fuel tank removed in that thing, it doesn't technically run and drive. So we need to make some new fuel lines, get this thing hooked up to where we can actually fire it up and then move it around so we don't have to push that thing. It's kind of heavy. So you have seen a lot of time lapse and a lot of things get done in this video so far. Sean got the bed pretty much put together, or at least mocked up. So we went ahead and sanded all of the wood that is in here. And essentially what we're gonna do is go over that with some Raptor liner. I also got a weld-in roll pan as well. This truck did not have a rear bumper, and I really like the look of the roll pan. It just kind of cleans everything up on the back of the truck and just makes it look like a muscle truck that it is. Also, the one thing that we did need was a new tailgate. So what you'll see right here is a brand new tailgate. We were gonna use the one off of the orange bed, but man, it was just in really bad shape. The amount of time that we have to complete this build, because again, the giveaway ends at the end of the month, which is the 31st, and right now it is the 23rd, and obviously it's not painted. Josh stopped by for a bit over the last 1 or 2 days and got a lot of body work and some metal work done on the trucks. What he ended up doing is he waited to put the doors on, and we waited to do really any body work on the cab until we had the new doors, because the other doors were rusty, as well as the new fenders, because it doesn't make sense to primer these doors and get them all ready if we needed to do any more filler to them, as well as adjust any of the stuff with the fenders. So I'm super glad that we went with the brand new front fenders, even though they did need a little bit of trimming and fitting and stuff, like right here, sticking out a little bit, right there on the edge, it was kind of actually it's still hugging it right there. Need to kind of trim that back a little bit and overall get them fitted. For right now, they look pretty good, and the gaps and everything look really good on the truck. So Josh has also got these things kind of sitting where they need to go, doing a little bit of shrinking on the top of the roof. This was one of the spots that was pretty bad, where if you kind of started touching it, it does what they call is oil canning. So like you touch it and it goes like boing, boing, and it like just springs back up. And you can't really do any filler work over that because it just like wants to pop up and down. So you kind of want a nice solid panel to where it doesn't go up and down or spring kind of back and forth. So he went ahead and did some of that with this right here. So we need to do a little bit of filler work here on the roof. And you can see on this side, went ahead, got some of this stuff grinded down right here. There's a little bit of filler right there. We have a filler cap that is going to go and fill this in. Got this door fitted to the fender and in the jam overall pretty well. And like I said, we did get, I don't know if I showed you this or not, we got the fuel cell that needs to go in so that way we could actually start moving this thing around and driving it. A lot of stuff has got done in this video. A lot of parts have showed up. Essentially now all we need to do is really just put in more time, lots of sanding, doing more body work, as well as one of my favorite things, which is primer. If you guys have not got entered for a chance to win this thing, the giveaway ends Sunday. Next Sunday, the 31st of July, you have the chance to win this truck plus $3,000 cash. Obviously, we are going to do the paint, and obviously it's going to be painting, running and driving and looking really cool hopefully by then. If you guys are not into the truck, we are doing $10,000 cash as an option instead of the truck. If this thing isn't your thing, maybe you need some money for your project car, and this weekend only, actually today, Sunday, is the very last day that we are doing cash in every single order. So if you place an order on MotionAutoTv.com, we're going to put cash in every single order. Not only do you get some entries for a chance to win the truck, you also get some cash in your order. Appreciate the support on the giveaway so far. If you guys have ever wanted to win a vehicle from me, this might be the one, because we've had probably the lowest amount of entries that we've had in any of the previous giveaways up until this point, which is almost the 3-week point. This is a pretty short giveaway. It is only 4 weeks. If you guys want the chance to win this thing, grab that. Also, if you want to become a VIP member, you will get 2 times entries. Basically, so right now we are currently doing 10 times entries. VIP members get 20 times entries. Don't sleep on the VIP membership. Appreciate you guys watching this video and sticking around for my little spiel. We have a lot of things that have been going on in the background. The booth is almost ready to paint. I'm really excited. So appreciate you guys watching. See you later.